Council meeting. At this time, I will call on Councilmember Smith, who will lead us in the invocation, followed by the pledge of allegiance.
Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for all that you have done and will continue to do for us. More specifically, I thank you for allowing us the opportunity to serve in these capacities. God, I pray that you grant us the wisdom that we need in order to effectively lead the community that we serve. And with everything happening in the world, I'm praying for peace in the midst of tragedy and confusion. Grant us understanding and strength to continue to push forward. And all these things I ask in your mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please call the roll for the establishment of quorum?
Councilmember Jenkins?
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts?
Here.
Councilmember Smith?
Present.
Councilmember Harris?
Present.
Mayor Draper?
Here a quorum is established. Is there a motion to waive the reading of and approve the minutes of the January 4th regular meeting?
So moved. Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Jenkins?
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Draper?
Yes, those minutes are approved, folks, other than the addition of section I to the consent agenda, which would be a motion to commit previously budgeted funds for an economic impact study on horse trails and county commission. Are there any other additions or deletions to the agenda?
No, sir.
With that, then I will move to adopt the agenda as just amended. Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Jenkins?
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Draper?
Yes, the agenda is adopted. We do have a few public hearings tonight. The first of those will be one to receive public comments regarding the overruling the abatement of identified public nuisances. That's Group 2021-07, grass, debris, and vehicles. I will read those impacted addresses into the record. That will be 429 Glen Addy, 1814 Cobb, 105 Central, 1205 Kilby Terrace, 2028 Thomas Avenue, 2329 Walnut Avenue. I will now call for a public hearing on those affected addresses just read into the record. Does anyone wish to be heard as to that issue? Tam.
Mayor, that was the group 2022-01.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Thank you.
That's actually my bad, y'all. Those affected addresses, which are Group 2021-07 grass-free vehicles, that's actually 2830 Moore, 21 West 19th, 32 Avenue B, 1818 McElroy, 812 West 19th Street, 1105 Emory Place, 2128 Thomas, 1716 Johnston, and 2016 Noble Street. Again, I apologize for that. Those were the correct addresses, which were just read in the record. Does anyone wish to be heard as to those impacted addresses? There appearing to be none. I will now close that public hearing. Our second public hearing is one of two, which involves the new cold water brew pub, which we're very excited about. The first one of those will actually be to receive public comments regarding a portion of Walnut, and that would be in front of the brew pub between 12th and 13th. I will actually be making a motion to amend the terminus point of that street vacation to just slightly to the north of the back property line. But does anyone wish to be heard, and you don't think that, does anyone wish to be heard as to this proposed vacation? There appear to be none. I will close that public hearing. Our next public hearing is to receive public comments regarding an alcohol license application for cold water brew pub, and I'm proud that Jason Wilson is here. He is the CEO of the Cold Water Brew Pub. Really exciting things going on over there. Jason, if you would, come forward, and if you'd like to say a few words. But we're all very excited about this. Glad this is on the agenda tonight. Again, Jason, you'd like to say a couple things about Brew Pub?
Absolutely. Thank you, Mayor and Council, for having me. It feels a little odd being on this side of the lectern, I'll tell you that. But we're really, really excited to be putting this project together. So we've been working for the past 7 months or so to completely revitalize and renovate the L&N Freight House building there. As you know, it was formerly a brew pub several years ago, and I've had my eye on that as the founder of Back 40 Beer Company for several years, and Mr. McCorder and I have stayed in close contact, and it finally got to the point where my schedule freed up a little bit, where we were wanting to expand. As some of you may know, I'm the founder of Back 40 Beer Company in Gadsden, Alabama. We are one of the oldest and largest breweries in the state of Alabama, and that operation in Gadsden is primarily focused on a wholesale distribution model. We produce that beer and distribute it throughout several states. This is a little different animal. Over at my time as president of the Alabama Brewers Guild, we worked really hard to update the legislation in Alabama to try to facilitate projects like this that are tremendous economic engines for local communities. And it's no secret what a treasure we have here in Anniston with Coldwater Mountain Trail System. And of course, the Chief Ladiga Trail System is something that was a huge draw for us and something we were really excited about. So Mr. McCorder and I were able to come to an agreement, along with my partner, Tommy Stevens, on a partnership to renovate and revitalize this building. So today, we've spent a little more than $800,000 on the property. We anticipate probably an additional $200,000 on the property once we open. But we're excited. We're very, very close to being ready to go. This will be the final stage in our licensing process. We anticipate, upon approval tonight, if granted, that we would receive our ABC license as early as the end of the week. We would begin brewing production as early as the end of next week. We've hired a very, very talented executive chef who comes to us from the Optimist restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia. And prior to that, he was a line cook at Acre restaurant in Auburn, serving under Chef David Bancroft, who is one of the more famous chefs in the state of Alabama. So we're really excited to be bringing his culinary expertise to the city of Anniston. We've started to put together a very, very talented team over there, and we're excited to get going. So we anticipate having our doors open to the public as soon as potentially Valentine's Day. So we are excited to welcome everybody in this community into the space and see what we've done, and we look forward to doing our part to try to drive ecotourism here in Anniston and jump on the coattails of what you guys have been doing for so long to try to promote and extend the Chief Ladiga Trail. And we'll have some press releases and some more public announcements coming out soon. But ultimately, our goal is to extend the Appalachian Trail system all the way here into downtown Anniston. That is the goal, and we're working with a team throughout the state of Alabama, actually already paired as PR firm, which is a firm that represents the Alabama Trail Network system, to begin the promotion of that ultimate goal to have the Appalachian Trail system extended from Springer Mountain, Georgia, all the way here into Anniston. That's not an easy task, as you can imagine, but we've been known to take on some pretty bold plans before in the past, and so has Mr. McCorder, and we have his full support. We look forward to getting started. So I'm happy to answer any questions about the process.
Any questions or comments, members?
Yeah,
Will you be taking reservations, or is it going to be walk-in?
Yeah, well, I imagine if things go the way we hope they will, things will be pretty crowded for a few days after we open. But what you're going to see in our space is a really unique combination of elevated fine dining in a casual atmosphere. So we actually won't be taking reservations, but we're excited. We have over 160 seats inside the property and 175 seats outside the property in our new Zen Garden, which Mayor Draper has had the opportunity to see. I'm not sure if the rest of you guys have, but we're really proud of it. It's a great outdoor space. So as the spring and summer months come around and it warms up, we'll be able to host upwards of 350 people in the venue at one time. So I can assure you, pretty much anytime you come in there, we'll be able to accommodate you and your party. Yes, ma'am.
Any other comments or questions?
All right, thank you
Thank
guys
you so much. We appreciate it. Mr. Folks, there any unfinished business? Okay, then I will now move that we adopt the consent agenda with the addition of, again, section I, which will be a motion to commit economic impact study on horse trails in partnership with the Calhoun County Commission. I'll move for passage and adoption. Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Jenkins,
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Draper.
Yes, the consent agenda is adopted. Our only resolution tonight is one which we just dealt with, we're calling for a public hearing, and that is vacating a portion of Walnut Avenue from West 12th to West 13th. This again will be right in front of the cold water group up that Jason just talked about. I do, as is discussed in the hearing, I do have a very slight amendment for tonight, but is there a motion for passage and adoption?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, then again, with beginning council discussion, I'm actually moving to amend the resolution such that the terminus point of the, I guess that would be the western end of the street vacation would be at the north end of 12th Street, and I've talked with council members about that. Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk, council discussion on my amendment. Will the clerk please call the roll on my amendment?
Councilmember Jenkins,
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Draper.
Yes. Any additional discussion on the resolution? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Jenkins,
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Draper.
Yes, the resolution passes. Folks, are there any other additional matters that come before council?
No, sir.
Okay, we have no public comments scheduled for tonight. With council comments, Jay, let's start with you.
Thank you, Mayor. Jason, Tommy, thank y'all. From the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate your willingness to invest in Anniston. We're seeing it all over our community right now. We've got a renewed sense of pride and desire to see Anniston grow and develop. You guys are central figures in that, and we really, truly appreciate you guys and your willingness to step in here. Please share that with Mr. McWhorter. He has always been the standard in this community for development and growth, and he never fails. So we certainly appreciate his backing of your venture as well. So thank you all for what you do, and thank the staff for what you do. Hope everybody has a good holidays. Stay safe.
Good evening, everybody. Thank y'all for coming. To the staff, to our constituents who are here, thank y'all for showing up. You know, most meetings we just sit around with the staff members, and if there's nobody that has anything else to say, we're trying to educate our city and our community on the way we're trying to go forward. And thank you, gentlemen, for bringing the brewery back. I jokingly asked for y'all to have samples for us in our work session. Joe, I just, figured that didn't happen. Yeah. But the reason glad you gave us a day, we'll get by as soon as we can. So, I'm all for supporting us and supporting small businesses, and just trying to make our economy better. Whatever we can do to help out, let us know. Special thanks goes out to all the city employees, because I know it's been a lot of calls about the plight of our city right now, as far as, from everything, from A to Z, from grass pickup to Jay won't answer my calls, and he tells you get Jay a message, or see Ciara. And it's funny, we're working together, we're having fun. And if there's something or situations y'all think we could kind of deal with, please give us a call. Try to encourage my constituents. Don't just bombard us and surprise us in a meeting with something you haven't called us and talked to us about. We're New Anniston. We're heading back to the model city.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I love Ciara. We're heading getting back to, we're getting back to what we need to be. And whatever we can do to help, these ladies and gentlemen up here are great to work with. We're just ready to move forward. Please take care of yourself. If you feel like getting vaccinated, get vaccinated, but do whatever you can to help protect your fellow man. God bless you.
Again, I just wanted to thank you all for coming. I wanted to write down my comments because I wanted to make sure that I articulate this very well and that I'm understood. And so the most persistent and urgent question that I have for anyone in the city of Anniston, whether you are a business owner, you reside here, or you work here, is what will Anniston be known for? Will it be known for a city that is ridden with crime, a city that has to send out press releases once a week reporting on violent crime, a city that houses an atmosphere of tragedy? Or will we be known for our family-friendly environment with developments that encourage healthy and just fun for all ages? What will we be known for? And that is something that I want the council and community to truly think about as we focus on the growth and the longevity of the city, not just right now. To also add, as far as being available and being astute as a council member, I do want to be more accessible. I do want our citizens to feel like that they can come to us and talk about things like economic development, to talk about things like policy, educate one another of the things that we are seeing in the city. And that also goes for some of the safety concerns that I have, even in regards to developments, whether that be bars or nightclubs or restaurants in general. And I think those are conversations that we need to have. So going into that, I will be having a town hall on January 27th, which is next Thursday at South Highland Community Center at 5 o'clock. And so these are some of the discussions we can have and just have an open conversation that I think is necessary and important as we continue to see the progress in the city. Thank you.
I want to say it's great to see Anniston turning the corner. It's so exciting. Every time we have a meeting, there's something new coming about, something very positive. And I also want to thank our Parks and Recreation Department for all they're doing to house the homeless, these warming stations during these cold times. That speaks to our humanity. And also the surrounding community and Anniston for volunteering to bring all these meals and for the people who need it, and also the volunteers. Miss Diane Smith is just totally amazing, and I know there's others that I'm not mentioning, but I want to say thank you, and what an exciting time for our town. Appreciate it.
I too would like to thank everyone for coming out. Really good things going on in Anniston, as you saw tonight, and will continue to be going on. I appreciate all of y'all's participation, those watching online. With all the good things that are going on, again, I mean, it takes all of us working together. And it's great to see people here. I think that we all really do get a sense that things are changing and that our community is coming together. And I believe that we'll continue to do so. And I thank you sincerely for everyone's part in that. With that, I will now move that we convene into an executive session for the council to discuss with the city attorney the legal ramifications of and legal options for pending litigation, controversies not yet being litigated, but imminently likely to be litigated, and or controversies imminently likely to be litigated if the government body pursues a proposed course of action. I will represent that we will be returning therefrom and reconvening our regular business session. So with that, I will move that we can convene an executive session. Is there a second?
Mayor Draper, before.
Oh, yeah. Any other representative? I'm sorry, it need to be read into the record.
Per the open meetings act, I will declare to the council that the intended discussion does fit within that exception for allowing executive session.
Thank you, Mr. Downey. So again, just is there a second to the motion to convene an executive session? I think there was.
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Jenkins?
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Draper?
Yes.